Hey everyone, I'm Scott and I'll be your vocal coach for today. Let's go.
And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I'll ever know. There's no way I can ever go. We're part of the same place. We're part of the same time. We both share the same blood. We both have the same mind.
LYODRA enters this first verse with so much emotional expression. Remember, she's playing the role of a woman who is determined and desperate and refuses to accept rejection. So, how does she achieve this? Well, I'm noticing 4 things. Number 1, that hold in her voice. There's a sense of emotional restraint and desperation to her sound, and we can hear this on the words talent and man.
And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I'll ever know.
Number 2, her dynamic control. LYODRA is playing with the volume. So here LYODRA opens up the phrase at mid-volume, and from the words ever, the volume suddenly bursts. It gets louder.
There's no way I can ever go.
Number 3, her breathing technique. She's letting us hear her breathing, and this is very intentional on her part.
We're part of the same place. We're part of the same time.
By doing this, she's adding different sonic textures to the song. And finally, her vocal growls. This conveys a raw, intense emotion, but it also adds energy to her vocal lines. I love this sense of tension and release here. We can hear LYODRA using growls twice in this phrase.
We both have the same mind. In time, we've had so much to see. No way. I'm not waking up tomorrow morning and funny that there's nobody there. 'Cause darling, there's no way. No way I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. You see, there's just no way. There's no way.
Let's talk about 2 things that I can hear in regards to her English articulation. Number 1, her final consonants. I love how she leaned into them because it's helping us understand the lyrics more clearly. Let's have a listen.
Time, we've had so much to see. No way. I'm not waking up tomorrow morning and funny that there's nobody there.
And number 2, her digraphs, specifically her TH and SH sounds. For her TH sound, it's a voiced one, v instead of f. It's nice and thick in sound, and you can see her tongue being placed between her teeth.
And funny that there's nobody there.
And for her SH sound, sh, she's producing more of an S sound, s, on the word share. Let's have a close listen to it.
We've had so much to see.
Now, if I was a vocal coach, I would gently remind her that putting her lips in a relaxed and rounded position would help her create the sh sound instead of the s sound. Can you hear and see the difference? This subtle difference is so important because the clarity of the lyrics needs to be there. We also need to mention LYODRA's vibrato. I love how tasteful her use of vibrato is. In that entire section, she mostly sung those phrases in straight tones, and she's a really smart singer. She knows when to release the tension by serving us a bit of vibrato every now and then.
Darling, there's no way. No way I'm living without you. I'm just no way. There's no way. Please don't go away from me. Try me some. Try me some. I know you can. Tear down the mountains, yeah, scream and shout. You can say what you want. I'm not walking on. Storm all the river, push, try and kill. I'm not gonna leave you. There's no way I will die.
Now that distinct voice quality that she's using here is called twang. Twang. I love how she's exploring different degrees of twang on certain words and phrases. Let's find them. We can hear LYODRA use a subtle twang on the word I. It made that particular word more resonant, and it adds emphasis to it.
Try me some. Try me some. I know you can.
And also, in the phrase strike and kill, there's a brightness to those words. It might not be as twangy as I, but it's still there.
Storm all the river, push, try and kill.
And finally, in the second phrase, there's no way I will. I love hearing this sound in her repertoire. It sounds squeezed and pinched, but edgy and focused and bright.
I'm not gonna leave you. There's no way I will die. Tell you I'm not going away. You're the best thing I'll ever know. There's no way I can ever, no way. No way I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. I don't wanna be free. I'm staying. And you're gonna love me. You're gonna
One of the defining features of this song is its long sustained notes, and they're there to create those show-stopping moments. Those notes are intended to convey the depth of LYODRA's emotions and the strength of her conviction. But also these notes require full commitment to them. I want us to take a look at 6 different long sustained notes that LYODRA has produced. Number 1, she sustained that note while gliding up to the last pitch. Number 2, we can hear her vowel migration from E to as she ends it with a vocal run. Number 3, she's singing between 3 different pitches and then 2 pitches. And when done with speed and precision, it creates a vocal spin kind of effect. Number 4, she slides up to the next pitch, sustains it, adds some vocal waves, then holds back the sound and releases breath at the very end. I love how the music pulls back, which allows that note to stand on its own and to make a statement. Number 5, look at her tongue, sitting high and forward.
You gonna
The sides of her tongue are almost touching her premolars, and that tongue position is allowing that note to sound free and effortless, yet stable and muscular to keep everything in place. And number 6, there's a growl on the note, and notice the shape of her vowel. It's not me, but meh. This performance was incredible. For such a young vocalist to be able to belt out this song, it's super cool. It's a very demanding song, vocally, but also emotionally. And for LYODRA to be able to express all of those big emotions with her voice, with her face, and her body. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for being here and for learning with me. Head on over and check out other amazing singers on the channel as well, and I'll see you there.